Okay, Rahlyx
Scarfee.
Kate.
Let's go.
Powerpuff Girls again.
Oh yeah, we did
That's
that
what
with
we did
Grayson,
last
didn't
time.
we? Oh my god.
Yeah.
All this content is just being wasted.
It's not wasted. We're
This is
recording.
premium content, baby.
I mean, we can start
We
whenever
can
we,
still
want.
use it. We can go. See, we decided not to do the reveal because it would be a pain in the ass with the editing. So, welcome to today's episode of Keepin ADHD with Kate Stark, the
Oh, that's
one and
me.
only. Hi.
Hello.
How are
Hi.
you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. We've definitely not been chatting for like 10 minutes already. It's
Absolutely.
No, and I'm
Yeah.
definitely not 30 minutes late.
no. Well, that's definitely my fault. So,
Yes. Sometimes when you hear the words podcast, you think audio only.
yeah,
And
no,
you don't
that's-
anticipate that you're going to be on video first thing in the morning.
That's fair. I forget that it's 10 a.m. because I'm not West Coast. I'm the minority here.
Also,
But-
both of you don't need hair and makeup.
I
Some of us
need
do.
hair because I didn't take a shower last night because I stayed up way too late, and so my hair is still
Mood.
very muted from wearing a wig for 6 hours. So
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that.
yeah,
That was something. That
You
was
were the
something
best
special.
Debbie Ryan
was-
around.
it was a mess. Oh my god, I
It was
love
beautiful.
people kept hopping in there like, "How was Sweet Life on Deck?" And I'm like, "Those Sprouse twins, you know." Oh my god. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah, it's a good time. So Kate, who are you? What do you do? What?
My name is Kate Stark. I'm a full-time content creator on twitch.tv/Kate. Have been for 5 years, and I'm a variety streamer.
I dig it.
I also
Yeah.
happen to have ADHD.
Perfect. So okay, so the reason why we've asked you on here is one, you're a great friend, but also because of that, because we were playing Fall Guys like 2 weeks ago or something like that, and you were talking about that, and Scarfee was like, "Ask her to be on the podcast. Rahlyx, ask her right now." And I was like, "Okay, well, I'm not gonna ask her while she's like live because that would be awkward if she was like, well."
You know what? Yikes. Actually, I'm busy whenever you're recording.
I'm gonna be sick that day. Sorry.
Yeah.
Alas.
I'm planning on being sick that day.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, I have to wash my hair, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, so we're gonna have to wrap this up because I gotta.
Yeah, we gotta, sorry.
My bad.
Yeah.
But bless.
just all of the water's getting cold. I'm just like, yeah.
Just existing, the water gets cold. Sorry, we riff on things for too long and kill
Yo,
the show.
Absolutely.
same though.
That is just like a part of ADHD, isn't it?
I love finding a bit and then drilling it into the ground until
Yeah.
it's like very dead.
Beating the dead horse until there's nothing there at all.
Correct.
Just like Big Clock, man. All
Yo,
all
Big
my
Clock
homies
needs to
hate
just.
clocks.
All my homies hate clocks. Oh, can we swear?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay,
absolutely.
cool. My right eye it won't stop watering. So if you see,
no.
I'm not crying, I'm not emotional. I mean, I am.
Okay,
But it's just,
we can't put emotional in the title now.
it won't.
Not clickbait.
Yeah, not clickbait, emotional. And then the thumbnail is just,
That's the one. Scarf, you gotta
Perfect.
grab that. That's 3 minutes 50
just-
seconds in.
See, when you work with a professional content creator, you get content.
I know, I just don't, it literally won't stop. It won't stop running, and I don't know why.
I feel that. I've had days like that. I'll be like on stream and I'll be like, okay, I'm fine. Or like I'll get like a really itchy nose. And so
Yeah.
I'll BRB because I've got like cat hair up my nose, right?
Yeah,
And then I'll come
rude.
back and I keep going like this. And I'm like, my viewers are going to think I'm on crack or something. They're like, think
Yeah.
I'm BRBing to do a bump and then come back. Like,
No, legitimately, like I have had, sometimes my right eye will just water, don't know why, and I'll just be like doing this, and you know, with stream, new people will come in and not hear the context of things, and people will be like, what's wrong? Why are you so sad? Did something bad happen? And I'm like, no, my eyes just water. It just won't stop.
My eye decided that it saw something really emotional.
Yeah, exactly.
Only one though, not both.
Not clickbait.
no, not clickbait.
No.
My eyes just chopping onions. It's fine. We got a whole ecosystem where it's making dinner while I'm streaming. It's okay.
God, wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be fantastic.
Oh,
Mhm.
That's like, oh god, it's the biggest
The
pain.
dream.
It's like balancing normal life things and content creation. It's like I want to stream all night from like 4 in the afternoon till like 4 in the morning,
Mhm.
and then it's like, oh,
human functions.
I didn't eat Okay.
Do you want to know what my lunch was yesterday?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Is it Subway?
No, it
Oh!
was 3 chocolate covered marshmallows in the shape of pumpkins.
Those are so
Oh
good.
my god.
They were good.
Mm.
But I was gonna have a salad.
You were.
Why
but you
salad
didn't.
when chocolate marshmallow?
It was so accessible and it was close, and I didn't have to leave and go to my kitchen. And I regret it deeply because I feel like garbage today.
I feel that.
But that's what it was.
That's just yeah.
When I'm streaming my best, I tend to be eating my worst,
Yeah, I feel that.
which is terrible, and I hate it.
I feel like that's like
it
one
is
of
a
the hard
balance.
things that comes with streaming is like making sure you still maintain a healthy lifestyle.
Mhm.
Especially right now. Like, oh my god.
Because you can't go anywhere.
Well, I used to it was called, I don't know if I should name drop them because I don't like them. I did this like workout camp thing that I would go to on Tuesdays and Thursdays for like the last year. But I have like really bad cold induced asthma, so I couldn't, and it's all outdoor. So I couldn't do it last winter. And then when it finally got warm enough to do it again, it was COVID. And so like I was in like pretty solid shape. I was like pretty fit. And now I'm like, yeah, not so much because I can't go to the gym.
So let me hit you with this one. I signed up for a gym. I always wait until February, March, so the newcomers are gone out of the gym, the New Year's resolutioners.
Yeah.
And I signed up for a gym on March 6th for a 1-year gym pass.
Oh no.
And lockdown here started on March 9th.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's
That is
some garbage.
Really unfortunate.
Oh,
So I
no.
contacted them and I was like, hey, pandemic, can't come to gym. And they were like, hey, you signed a contract.
That's so.
No.
So we have this thing. I don't know if it's a thing in Canada, but
Human decency?
Well, human decency. But there's like it's called like writ of censure or something like that, where within 72 hours of a gym membership, like a specific that kind of thing, you can go, actually, fuck you. I don't want to do this, and I'm expressing my right to do this. I don't know if
do you
that's a
remember?
thing.
Well, do you remember when we all thought it was going to only be 2 weeks?
That's true. Yeah.
Oh
forgot
Jesus!
about
Looking
that.
back
So-
at those times.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember
so-
when it was like everyone's just going to go home for 2 weeks and then we're going to come back and everything's going to be normal? So
Yeah.
I thought, well, I'll be able to go in April.
Mm.
And
Fair.
then
Nope.
I'm still paying that $28 a month.
And it's October. It's
And
Halloween. It's
October.
November, actually, almost.
Actually, by the time this goes up, it'll be November, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
this,
what November.
hopefully,
November 6th that this is.
yeah.
up?
Hopefully, when this goes up, there's no.
Nope, nope, don't want to
nothing.
hear it. Nope, nope,
Nope.
nope,
Mm-mm.
nope,
Nope.
nope, nope.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Oh.
All I'm gonna say about that part of everything is that yesterday we had a class over the Zoom call with not a class. We had a meeting over the Zoom call with one of our teaching assistants. I'm in university, by the way, and so he was like, so for this next week's expectations from you guys, we don't really have any expectations. Just like stay safe and
Just-
be okay. And if you don't get much done, it's fine.
That's actually really
It's gonna be
kind.
fine.
That's yeah.
I have some big plans as a Canadian on Tuesday, November 3rd, which nothing's happening.
No.
I'm gonna just unrelated to anything, random choice. I'm gonna sit and stream videos of puppies and just play some lo-fi music and drink some wine and just like hang out.
And not look at social media.
Sounds like a-
No, because
No,
social
yeah.
media, I don't know her. But it's just gonna be
Who's
real
that?
chill, and I'm just gonna vibe, you know,
That sounds like
unrelated
a
to
whole
anything,
new-
of course,
Yeah,
happening. It's just like
definitely.
a random idea that I had that day would be
Yeah.
really nice to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Strangely enough, I had the same idea for that
Oh.
day too.
y'all-
Weird. I think a lot of people might be doing that day.
I think
that,
so.
That sounds like
Hmm.
yeah.
That just
Is
sounds
that
like a good
is that an
vibe.
ADHD thing? Is that
Yeah.
just like some
Yeah.
people with ADHD that want to do
Yeah.
that
Definitely
day?
an
It's just like
ADHD
November 3rd, the day where people like hang out.
Yeah.
I have
Distract
to
themselves.
I have to go downtown for meetings that I have to be at in person on Tuesday.
Mm-mm.
I am very stressed about it because one of the people that I'm going to be with, they believe in that theory that well, I don't know if I want to get into this. No. It's yeah. They're not responsible. They're not responsible.
Yeah, there you go.
But
there you go.
You guys know that episode of The Office where Daryl like sneaks out and without saying goodbye to anybody, and he's like, "Let's knock some of these sound bites out ahead of time."
Yes.
So that we should do that. Wow, the Tuesday, that was a result we didn't expect to see. Let me tell you.
I am certainly glad it went that way.
Yes, and I am certainly glad it didn't go another way.
Or oh shoot, it went that way.
Oh yikes!
Love it.
Well, there you go.
Or what about this one? You're all welcome in Canada.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I am
Kate the Canadian said so.
Keep my eye. I just signed a lease, but I'm going to be looking at some fucking Vancouver properties.
I'm going to go to Costco and I'm going to get a bunch of blow-up mattresses on sale. I'm going to get blow-up mattresses in a 12-pack and just line the floor of my apartment with blow-up mattresses. And if anybody wants to come and hang out, you're more than welcome.
That's amazing.
Guys, I have 20 spare plane tickets.
Yeah.
I would love it if the border wasn't closed. Oh.
I miss going to... Okay, this is really selfish. I'm going to hit you with some selfish stuff.
Hit me.
So I live in Vancouver with Canada, so it's very close to be able to drive to Washington. We can be in Washington in like half an hour, 40 minutes. And me and my friends would do like day trips to go visit another friend who lives in Washington. And sometimes we would just drive down and then I could go to Target. And we don't have Target here because we fucked it. We had Target in Canada for a minute and then we really hecked it up. But we would just go to Target and we would just go to Trader Joe's and I would just buy a bunch of shit that I don't need and bring it back. And it was just the most lovely days. We would stop at coffee shops and we would go to the post office. We would post stuff for cheap in the States.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a dream. It feels like a whole other lifetime.
Yeah. Most of American stores are made for the purpose of you go in and you buy stuff because you can, not because you need it.
Yeah, I don't need anything, but oh man, is Target there? Let's go.
Especially when you have ADHD, it's like, oh, this thing, it excites me right now. I'm gonna buy it.
And that's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
But then looking back, I'm like, why did I buy this? There's no point. See here, okay, we touched on this like before we started recording, but in addition to ADHD, I also have a chronic pain condition, and part of it's called fibromyalgia, and it's a real pain, is what I was gonna say, and then I was like, that's bad. But it's true. It's characterized by I'm in pain all the time, constantly. But a lot of that kind of stuff also, it also means that I'm affected with like brain fog or anxiety or this, and everything that goes on with me is like, oh, but that's also a symptom of your chronic pain. And it's like, bitch, what? Why?
Got that double whammy.
Yeah, exactly. And so I just get double distracted because on top of the ADHD, I have this thing, which is also attention related. And it's like, it's going to be so much worse for you.
Oh, God. That sounds so
and there's
nothing
you can do about it.
Yeah, you over there in Canada, you're going to have a terrible time.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's just the worst.
Oh. Yeah, as someone who also like researched ADHD a bunch, I want to first of all later talk about how it is different like from men to women, because well, I'm a man and I don't know anything about how it is different for women in terms of like ADHD, how it affects women. But for like when I was researching ADHD in general as a condition, I know that it very much likes being comorbid with other different conditions.
Yes.
Like ADHD, anxiety, and depression is a trio that people get diagnosed with very often. They're like best buddies because ADHD tends to cause anxiety and depression. Fun fact for everybody listening, I guess.
Y'all heard a triple threat in terms of theater and acting, but this is triple threat in terms of fuck your brain.
And we are all of those.
Dude, there's a very high chance if you have one, you have the other two as well.
Yeah. And like it does super present differently in men and women, especially in boys and girls, which is why a lot of women don't realize that they have it because, and a lot of boys actually get misdiagnosed with it because in school is when generally they get diagnosed.
Right.
And it's like, hey, that young boy is bouncing off the walls. He has ADHD. Boom. And it's like, no, dude, he's a boy. He's a young boy and he has a lot of energy and he's growing. And he's not paying attention because he's not interested in what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But then women, like, we don't get the hyperactive part. In fact, we get the complete opposite of it. We get extreme fatigue. We get wanting to sleep all the time. We get a whole bunch of stuff that is not common in normal presentation of it, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
It is annoying.
That seems
It makes you also
frustrating.
think. It also makes you think how biased the research is in the scientific industry.
I know that's something I've definitely read about is like a lot of science, basically the conglomerate of like, oh, these are the diagnoses or the symptoms are more skewed towards like male symptoms than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
I mean, I can go more into it if you want, but
feel free.
Well, it's just like I don't even know where to start at this point because I have ADHD. No, but it's interesting. So a lot of what people also don't understand about it is I think the perception of ADHD for a lot of people is if I'm talking to you and then I go, oh, squirrel, because that's what media portrays ADHD to be. That's not the case at all. For me, it's I will never stop fidgeting. So I can seem completely focused on you, and I am, but I'm also, tapping my toes. I'm fiddling with something on my desk. I'm wringing my hands together.
Yep.
If I hear something clicking or ticking, I can't continue with what I'm doing until I stop that thing because all of my attention is diverted to why that's happening. And then I think it's like a double-edged sword with this one, but hyperfixation is great and terrible all at the same time because I will get hyperfixated on, say, a hobby, and that will be my life for 2 weeks. I will get all the supplies I need. I will look up tutorials. I will watch videos. I will do everything I can. And then as soon as about 2 weeks is up, I'm like, and I'm out. And then I have all these things and I'm like, why did I buy all of this stuff for this hobby? And now I don't care about it anymore. Yeah.
So much with that.
Yeah.
Yes. Do that.
Or if it's like a day and I have a day off and I'm like, okay, I just need to tidy. Well, whoops, I just cleaned out every single drawer in my apartment and I vacuumed them and I scrubbed them and I did this and I organized them down to the millimeter. Why did I do that? I didn't have time to do that. But I hyperfixated on it and I couldn't stop myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
at least it looks nice, but it's still really annoying.
It's true.
Like,
You got a good
focused
aesthetic going, so,
Well,
Yeah. Your setup is very clean, may I say.
I'm going to change it.
Oh?
I got hyperfixated on something else that someone did and I was like, this is my new thing. This is my new project.
Okay.
Nice.
So the background might be changing at some point. But for now, it looks fine.
It looks amazing.
I've been like trying to design my new space, because
Let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you.
Feel free. I just ordered a futon for the space. It's just like a gray like micro suede from Walmart for like $160. It's
cool.
nice, and I got a big 6 foot by 3 foot block of acacia butcher block for my
What
desk.
color did you go? Dark or light?
I went light.
Because I saw it. Oh, good. I was gonna say, but I was like, that's my taste, and I don't want to influence what Rahlyx is gonna say. But I'm glad that's what you went for.
Well, but that's why I put out the poll, because I want people's
I know,
opinions.
but I also don't like getting in people's biz. Even though you asked, that's my anxiety being like, this is my opinion. He doesn't care about my opinion.
That's
I don't need to say it.
Mood. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This whole podcast is just gonna be just pure relatable the whole time.
This is relatable content.
That's why I'm here.
But
I'm here to bring the relatable content.
Hell yeah. My whole like inspiration for designing the new space though is a mishmash between your space and Julian's space, because I love both of those aesthetics so much. And I was like,
Nice.
I was literally looking at Nanoleaf stuff last night while I was in a call with Jen and Conrad. And I was like, I want to buy these, but I don't want to be like, I'm stealing your vibe, Kate. All right.
Literally every streamer has them.
know,
It's cool.
I want to like set them up in a very similar style, so I'm just not gonna do it. And also,
It's
they're
okay.
so expensive. Like
Mine
oh
were
my
a
God.
gift.
That's good.
I would have not purchased them if they had not been a gift.
That's fair.
Okay, you want to know what the most bullshit thing is?
Mhm.
Do you see how right here, I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's a corner of a room right here?
Yeah.
Right? And so these are on this wall and these are on this wall.
Mhm.
I needed one connector to connect it from here to go 90 degrees to curve around the wall.
Mhm.
You have to purchase the connectors in a pack of 25
Jeez.
at a 90-degree angle, and it was $25.
Fuck that.
So to curve it around the wall, I had to pay $25. But I hyperfixated on a picture that I saw and was like, I need it to curve around the wall or it'll be trash. So my only option in my brain, which looking back now, I'm like, why the fuck did I pay $20 for that or $25 for that? What a disaster. Terrible. I could have just done it along the wall. It would have looked fine. I had to pay $25 for one connector to just have it. Nope.
It's a cool vibe though, and you
Yeah,
know
it's
what
nice.
you could do? You buy the bag of connectors, right? And then you sell them for like $5 a pop on eBay, just single.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good idea. I have a whole bag of them just chilling in here.
Yeah, fuck it, do it.
Mm-hmm. When you
I
get
know-
yours, I'll sell them to you.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
I know it kind of seems like I'm laughing at you, but the reason I'm laughing is because I did the exact same thing, but with these. You see the sound foam behind me? I did the exact same thing because I bought two packs of the sound foam, and I basically needed it like in like 3 places, but I hyperfixated on being like, I don't need the echo in my room, so now my like most of my room is covered in sound foam that it needed like I needed half of it, but it was only being sold in the packs of like 18,
Yep.
and 18 were not enough
Yep.
to cover the amount of
The
like,
36
so I
was
bought
too
the
much.
second pack
Yeah.
of 18, and now I have some sound foam just laying in my closet.
I actually, speaking of, I need to get my sound foam fixed. Hey, you want to send that my way? Because I need more. I need about 18 tiles because all of mine is hidden out of shot because I didn't want it in shot. So all of my sound foam is up at the top, around the top of the room because that's where the sound hits most, is right in the corners.
Right.
So I don't have it on the outside wall, but this is going to my neighbors. So I have sound foam up at the top on both sides, but I didn't want it shown because it's not the most aesthetically pleasing for me.
Yeah.
And I like the aesthetically pleasing.
I'm gonna do a similar thing when
I need to finish that back wall.
That's okay because nobody can see it.
No one can see.
I know I tend to kind of assume because I spend a lot of time in Jason's stream and he's very loud, but like is streaming like an issue with your neighbors at all?
Not
Where you
really. I can't. So it's weird. I can't hear my neighbors very often unless they're like tapping something into the wall or hammering or whatever. But when I started playing Fall Guys, I started screaming. Like I'm a pretty quiet person to the point where like I need to learn how to project on my streams because a lot of time I'm just like too quiet. Especially if I'm playing with friends and they're too loud, I need to bring them way down in Discord to the point where I can't hear them, but it means they're coming through stream quieter than I am.
Yeah.
But not really. I think basically like my neighbor texted me when I started playing Fall Guys because I screamed at like 10 p.m. and they had a kid, like their kid's room is right there. And they were like, hey, could you? And I was like, yeah, sorry. My bad. But no, it's not really an issue. Like I think the walls are just really thick.
That's good. That's a
is-
good
yeah.
that
problem
is
to
a
have in an
very-
apartment.
Yeah.
Very
and I live on the
fortunate.
top floor too, so it's like I don't have to worry about anyone above me, which is good.
Yep.
And I don't really hear anybody below me ever, so
That's
No.
like always my policy when I move into an apartment. I'm like, I need to be top floor because nothing drives me more crazy than people who stomp around.
Mhm.
And I'm a very light walker, so
Me too.
I'm not like a stomper at all. So it's like
Neither
you're not
am
gonna
I.
notice me unless I'm playing Rock Band, which I don't because I have so much anxiety about my downstairs neighbors getting pissed off.
Yeah.
But dude, literally when we moved into this apartment, there are people that were moving out, and I guess they just weren't used to people being around because I guess this apartment was vacant for a while. But Olive was doing Zooms across the
Zooms.
apartment.
Mm.
I mean, at the time she was like 9 pounds. She weighed nothing, right? And they called in a complaint to the front office. They're like, they were running their dog all night, and literally, the people in the front office came over and they were like, "Can we see your dog?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure." And so we showed them, and they're like, "Yeah, that's what we thought. Okay, don't worry about it, but like maybe keep it down at night. Maybe don't let her run so much." And I'm like, "She's 9 pounds. How is she making enough noise for them to notice?"
Yeah, really.
It was
Just very
shenanigans.
sensitive, I guess.
Little
Yeah.
Iggy hooves.
Oh, I do like the Iggy though.
Yeah, she's a precious
Loaf-
bean.
Loaf is huge, but also doesn't do the Zooms.
Mhm.
So she's just too lazy.
Loaf is
She's-
the best.
She's so chill. Like she's asleep under my bed right now. The only time I see her the most active is in the morning. She will be outside my bedroom door because she's not allowed to sleep in my bedroom.
Mhm.
And I wake up to the sound of her with her nose pressed against my bedroom door, like,
Oh my
and I'm
god.
like, "Ma'am," and she's like, "It's time breakfast.
I'm hungry.
It's time for breakfast. I'm ready." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, hi, let's go." And so I have to open the door, and then she will follow me down the hall to the kitchen, always on my left-hand side. And she is just like, "I'm ready for the day. Let's get breakfast." And then as soon as breakfast happens, she's like, "And I'm asleep."
Peace.
The entire day until it's dinner time. And then she's like, "Mom, you're streaming. I want food."
God,
It's her only active times, to the point where someone in my chat, because I have a cat cam
Mhm.
and she sleeps here, someone in my chat thought that I was posing her and like putting her into positions, because I posted a video on my Instagram of her batting at my screen when she saw Fall Guys on it one time.
Mhm.
And someone was like, "I have never seen your cat so active. I literally thought that she was paralyzed and you posed her
God.
into different positions because you thought it was cute for the camera."
Oh,
And I was like, "What kind of monster do you think I am?"
that's so
No.
fucked.
Oh no.
That's really fucked up. She's just like a pretty chill cat.
Oh, Jesus.
And they're like, "Well, I'm glad that she's like well." I'm like,
Glad your cat's not dead.
yeah, like me too. But who says that?
And now your anxiety is going like, what did I do to make people think about it?
100%. Yeah. And I'm like, I was just letting my cat live my life, but now my people think that I'm a monster. I had no idea.
No.
Speaking of,
Oh no.
Oh.
This is Coach.
Oh,
Hi,
Hi,
Coach.
Coach. God,
Good
you're
boy.
cute.
He's
Look
so
at that
cute.
tummy.
Yeah, he's a sweet bean.
If
But
people are listening, Rahlyx just picked up his cat from the floor.
Look at that cat. Look at that tummy. See, I can't do that with my cat. My cat is too heavy, and also I think she has, because she was abused, so she's got a lot of like brain damage and stuff.
Mhm.
But you can just like pick up your cat and know that your cat's not gonna attack you.
Yeah.
But like I never know with my cat. Because she is so strong. But she like I look at that cat and I'm like, "Oh, chill energy coming off that cat. I know I could go up and pet that cat and everything would be fine." I go up to my own cat sometimes and I have no idea.
Yeah.
But she's got a whole history of abuse from before I got
That's
her,
unfortunate.
and it's a disaster.
Poor Lo.
Well, she's in a good home now.
Yeah,
She's a
exactly.
sweet bean most of the time.
Mhm.
But
Mine
I
is
just
sleeping right there. He's
I think mine is under
off
my
to
bed,
right
but
side.
I actually don't know. She lives an independent lifestyle.
Cat stream.
Yeah.
Cats
Love
are the definition of independence.
Next podcast,
Mhm.
it's just the cats.
Yes. I'm
Yes,
into
That's it.
Absolutely. Just
Yeah.
them sitting in front of the camera
Just-
and no sound.
Very loud
Correct.
purring, maybe.
Yes.
If
Yeah, that's
Easy.
anything.
Love it.
It is actually possible with Bunny, with my cat, because I have a heating pad on my table right now because it's cold, and my hands freeze really easily because I'm a long person and I have problems with circulation, so I keep a heating pad on my table.
I get that.
That's
And he just sits in front of my keyboard in front of me while I'm working. So it is possible to do a podcast with my cat if we need to.
I will say you look pretty cozy today, Scarfee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am. It's the little fur coat that I bought when I moved into this apartment first, because I don't like running heat a lot, and also I like being cold in general.
Me too. I prefer being
So-
cold over being warm.
Always.
Yeah,
But
same.
my preferred mood is cozy.
Yes.
If I could be cozy, not warm, not cold, just cozy.
Yeah.
That's my preferred state at all times.
I feel that.
Same.
And I
So,
also
yeah.
have I have a 3080, so that is my space heater.
Yes.
This PC,
That card is beautiful.
yeah, it's beautiful except the cord coming out the front of it.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it is pretty.
It's
Yeah.
dude, Scarfee, this card is like a Hulk. It's huge.
It's not that much bigger than my 2080.
Yeah.
But it's longer and it's thicker. And it fit into my case with less than a millimeter of like margin.
Which case do
Oh my
you
God.
use?
I have an NZXT case that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
But it clicked in and it is resting on like the metal cord cover at the back. And we were both just like, oh my God. So they tested it and it is at the max. So if it was a 3090, it would not have worked.
That's
Oh, jeez.
insane.
Yeah.
But also, like, the concept of the 3090 kind of blows my mind, because, like, the
Nobody
3080
really
is
needs
already, like, stupid powerful. Like, who
Yeah.
needs a 3090? No thanks.
Like it exists and it has a fan. It has two fans in it.
Mhm.
And the fans are just like, no, we don't need to turn on for a while. And so
Yeah.
I was gaming for like 4 hours the other day, and it took until 4 hours for them to kick on.
Gee.
And I was like, oh,
Do you have the
okay.
Founders Edition?
I do.
Yes. I also have the 2080 Ti Founders Edition that I won on Twitter a long time ago. And yeah,
That's a
the
good
same
deck.
thing. Unless you install a third-party software for the fans, they're not going to turn on until the card is actually overheating.
Which is wonderful.
Yeah, it is wonderful until it actually starts going, like, it starts huffing and puffing, and you're like, what is happening to my computer?
Oh yeah, no, this thing is way overpowered for anything that I need, because I don't want to do I don't want to do two PCs, because anybody who streams on two PCs is like, it's hell, I hate it, everything's fucked. So I'm like, I'm just gonna make one very powerful PC.
Yeah.
But it has like
A good plan.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 fans in there.
There you
Oh
go.
my god.
Good cooler.
Yeah.
I dig it.
It's just,
That's a lot of fans.
yeah, it's just that's how the case is, and then there's like one in the there's a lot of fans.
Yeah.
Not all of them kick on when they need to.
I feel that.
My heatsink is like this big.
Fuck.
Like,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, it's huge. It's on purpose.
I dig it. I do
I
liquid
dig it
cooling on
too.
my CPU.
I don't fuck with that.
I literally got one of like the on its own closed loop, like you plug
No,
the
I
radiator in.
don't fuck with that. It looks cool, but I'm terrified.
That's fair. I hate. That's the worst part of any PC build, is putting like the heat sink onto the CPU, because you have to put like pressure on it to snap it into place, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna crack this shit. I'm gonna break this, and it's gonna be worthless. I haven't yet, but it's terrifying.
I get my friend to come over and build my PCs for me. Shoutouts to Bomberdactyl.
We stand.
Yeah,
Nice.
we really do. And yeah, it was like an i9 9900K that Intel sent me. And then it was like just putting everything together, and I was sitting there being like, I don't know how much this is worth, but I think it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, a little bit.
But please don't break anything. And luckily he's very, very gentle.
Hell
So it was okay. Hell yeah.
Less. Yeah, that's Scarfee saying he won the 2080 Ti on Twitter, and then he had a 2080 that he bought but hadn't put into his computer yet, so he just sold that to me for cheap.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
So it worked out great, because I was running like a Radeon 580, like a little dinky card, and I was like, cool, if I turn on PUBG and try and stream it, I get 13 frames. Let's go.
Nice. Hot.
So,
Love
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
I went from a 970
Mhm.
to I think NVIDIA sent me a 1080 a couple years ago. And then when I moved into this apartment last year, NVIDIA sent me a 2080 as a housewarming gift.
Oh my god.
And then
That is very nice of them.
Yeah, and then the 3080s came out and they just sent me one of those as part of a partnership that we have. And I was just like, okay, sick. So when are these 4080s coming out? Let's go next year. I'm just waiting for September.
Sick.
Oh man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which also,
It's-
just on that, Watch Dogs Legion looks really good.
It is. It is. Like, context, I did a sponsored stream with NVIDIA and Watch Dogs Legions, #sponsored, whatever you want to say. But that is a game that I just legitimately wanted to play since I saw the first trailer come out. So when they were like, hey, we want to do a sponsored stream, I was like, great, I was going to play it anyways. sounds good to me.
Hell yeah.
But it legitimately is just a very good game.
It looks like a lot of fun, and I love the idea of having a gang of hacker grandmas just going around beating the shit out of everybody.
I'm only looking for old ladies to recruit. I only want old ladies.
That is amazing.
It's so good.
Rahlyx only told me about that yesterday because he was watching your stream and or yesterday, 2 days ago. I don't remember.
Wednesday.
But
Yeah,
I kind of stopped following Watch Dogs after the first game
Thursday.
because I kind of lost faith. But now that I know that you recommend the Watch Dogs Legions, I might actually pick it up.
So I haven't played the first couple. But so this is the first one, but this is the trailer I saw, and I was like, first of all, I'm a dual citizen with the UK, so as soon as I saw London and I was supposed to be there like nowish, and I was like, I want to go hang out in London. If it's open world and I can just like run around and look at stuff, sounds good. And then I saw the concept and I was like, okay, tight, this looks cool. And then I saw Hacker Grandma and I was like, I'm sold. I was sold 10 minutes ago. I just want to play this all day. But it's like, granted, the new card also makes it look stunning. Like, it looks amazing. But I think like it's still going to look really, really good with most cards.
Yeah.
But it's just like such a pretty game, and it's also just very, very fun. So I do recommend.
It looks
I'm only like 6 hours into it, but that's enough, I think, to give a
I would say like a
good rec.
preliminary like understanding of the game. 6 hours is good.
I just got attacked by my cat.
So speaking
no.
about Twitch, because we just pivoted. What?
We have ADHD. It's cool.
That's
exactly.
the podcast.
That's the
Yeah.
point. Absolutely. How did I say this knowing full well? How did the DMCA stuff hit you? How was that for you?
Well,
how was that for you?
It's funny because Rahlyx definitely didn't stay on Discord with me for many hours while we tried to download all of my clips, and also his.
It's a good time.
Yeah, no, it was terrible.
Yeah.
It was terrible. Twitch emailed everybody, hey, your content got a DMCA strike. We're not going to tell you what content, but in the email they were like, it's been taken care of. And then that was a lie.
I don't.
That was
believe
a terrible lie.
Yeah.
1 second. Just really fired up about this whole DMCA thing. Yeah, that was a lie. So I then tweeted about it, and then they tweeted me back, and they're like, all of the offending clips have been deleted, and VODs. And again, that was a lie, because I went back and I found strikes against my VODs. I clicked a random clip and it had copywritten music in it. And I'm like, I haven't streamed any copywritten music since March April when the first wave of stuff happened. And I was like, okay, this is really serious. I'm on Stream Beats by Harris Heller full time. Like, I'm not messing around.
Yeah.
But I went back and there was still copywritten content from years ago. And I'm like, I can't trust Twitch to tell me that it's fine when it clearly isn't. And so I had to delete more than 10,000 clips. I downloaded like 8,000 or 9,000 clips, but I had to delete years more. I didn't have time. It took like 3 days to download that many clips. I had to delete like 4 years worth of clips and memories and VODs and highlights and memories. It sucked. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It is terrible.
Yeah.
And like the biggest issue that you mentioned with that is that you said that you can't trust Twitch to like protect you and be like, hey, there's some content that violated it, but it's fine. We took care of it for you. When in fact they didn't, which is the biggest issue for me personally. Like with that is that like the situations like yours is just, it sucks to see that Twitch doesn't make an effort to protect people who are making money for them. Like
Yeah, 100%.
some of the biggest creators been there. You have been here for 5 years, and they don't even lift a finger to even try and help you when they actually say that they are.
Well, they openly lied about it too.
Yeah,
multiple times, saying we've deleted the offending content. I'm like, well, tell me what the content was that you deleted first of all, because you have to. And secondly, actually delete the content if you're going to. Like, I got DMCA striked on Twitter for a link that I posted, or a clip that I posted of me playing Horizon Zero Dawn and putting Rocky music behind it. I Have the Tiger or something. And I got DMCA'd for that months ago. That clip was still on Twitter, or on Twitch rather.
Huh.
And I'm like, so Twitter can do it, but why can't Twitch do it? And you also still lied about doing it.
Yeah.
I have very little faith in what they actually say to me now. So if they tell me something, I don't believe it.
That's fair.
Which is not a good space to be in with the platform that you
Absolutely.
create content on.
Yeah.
It sounds like somebody really dropped the ball on, like, they were given a deadline. Hey, you need to find a solution for this problem by this date. And then they didn't. And now everybody's in Twitch is scrambling, trying to reassure everybody that they're actually doing something when they had like all those months from the June when it all started happening, and they haven't.
Yeah.
And now they're like trying to do it all at once now, but it's not happening.
Like conspiracy theories about it if you want to hear.
Yeah.
One of them is they emailed all of the streamers being like, hey, we have this new tool with Amazon Music or something called Soundtrack, and it's music you can play on your streams. And then the next day they're like, DMCA strikes, use
Love
Soundtrack. They're not even paying the artists on Soundtrack, and people are still getting strikes using Soundtrack.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember seeing something about that on Twitter.
So fuck Soundtrack, basically. And the second thing is like, do you ever think that maybe they just needed server space back and encouraged everybody to delete all of their clips?
Honestly,
because like,
that's what
for
I
example,
believe.
Lupo had to delete 750,000 clips. And that was only clips with views under 5,000. He deleted 750,000 clips. And that's
How many more does he have them have more than that?
A ton.
Is my question.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, but if that's one streamer, I went through and deleted probably 15 or 20,000 clips.
Mm-hmm.
And some of those are up to 1 minute. Imagine how much, and that's only 2 people that I know of. Imagine how much server space that they gained back from that.
Yeah. Well, I
Probably
feel
a
like it would
lot.
be like a really good idea for Twitch, and you guys can have this for free. Just change my name to Rahlyx without the underscore, and you can have this idea.
Yeah, perfect.
If a clip stays at like 1 to 3 views for 6 months, purge it. Just automatically purge it. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. If you want to artificially pump that up so it doesn't get purged, then do it. Super easy.
It helps
you just hit
us
refresh
too.
a couple times. But yeah, it cleans things up because, oh my God, the amount of times when a big streamer does something, there's at least, you can count on maybe 1/10 of the people watching them to be like, I'm going to be the one to clip it. So everybody's like, nice clip, dog. Which nobody's ever like that. But people always want to be like that, right? But so there's like tons of duplicates of the same clip. Always.
Yep.
Just purge them. Get rid of them.
Yep.
That's something they can do on their own. But
There's a lot of stuff they can do on their own, but I don't think they're going to because they don't actually, it doesn't seem
care.
like they want to help the creators.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Bezos. Papa bless. Thank you for
Papa
dropping
Jeff.
your garbage onto Twitch. So I've been talking about this. I talked to you about this at one point about like bigger creators that are like, fuck the man, I'm not gonna delete my clips. Well, some of them are tweeting now because they're getting hit with DMCAs
Yeah.
because they didn't take down their clips,
Yeah.
which feeds into Twitch lied about deleting the ones that had offending content. But also it's just like, do you really feel like you have to give the middle finger in that way? Because you're not hurting Twitch. You're just
You're
hurting
only
yourself.
hurting yourself.
Yeah. But people are like, "Whoa, no, fuck the man. I'm not gonna do what they tell me." And it's like, it's literally just for
You know what?
protection. Please.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't want to do what they tell me because I'm upset that I am losing years of content.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I like my job and
Yeah.
I'd like to keep it. I have spent, and so many people are like, go stream on YouTube. It's so much easier said than done. I have spent 5 years on this platform building an audience. I have like made trusting long-term relationships with these people in my chat. Like I have, you know, I've spent so much of my life. Like I'm 30. 5 years of my life has been dedicated to this. Do you know how fucked up that is? I can't just be like, see ya, go on
time
YouTube.
to pack up and go.
Yeah, like it would take me so much longer to build up over there.
Unless YouTube offered you a deal like Ninja to go to Mixer, I'd do it.
If they want to give me $30,000 or $30,000,
$30,000.
they want to give me $30,000, I'll go. They want to give me $20 million or $30 million or whatever it was. Fuck yeah, I'll go. I will never work again, but I'll stream every day. That's fine.
Fuck yeah. I just like what a good shake of luck that they grabbed their bag and then Mixer just went under and they were able to just keep it.
I was talking to Shroud about that recently because I was on a talk show with him, and I did say, you know, unfortunate in this situation where that happened, where, you know, you would try to move your content over and invested this time and effort in, and, you know, that sucks, and it sucks for the other creators, but like good job on getting paid
Yeah,
and
for
then
real.
bailing. And he kind of laughed about it, and he said the right thing, which is like he felt bad for all the creators that obviously didn't get paid.
Yeah.
And like
Absolutely.
it's pretty public knowledge that him and Ninja made out like fucking thieves.
Mm-hmm.
But he was very humble about the whole thing, and it was like, you know what, I feel bad for the creators. I think he said something along the lines of he would have preferred if like more people had gotten a smaller payout
Yeah.
than a couple people getting huge payouts.
That makes sense.
And I think that's really cool of him.
Yeah.
But
he
like
seems like a super chill dude.
he's genuinely such a nice guy. But I mean, I wouldn't mind having millions of dollars to go to another streaming platform for a couple months and then be welcomed back by Twitch. Absolutely.
Right.
And then signed another exclusive with them. That sounds great.
Oh,
Yeah, and also like even aside from like knowing Shroud personally and in general, people who are angry about what happened in that regard is like you can't blame Shroud or Ninja for what
yeah.
happened because it's not their fault. Also, not their plan to have ended up in this situation, like knowingly. Like, what would you do if you ended up in a situation like you were in their shoes? First of all, you would be filthy rich. But second of all,
True.
second of all, like, would you turn down like 70% of your promised contract money because a platform that you were working with went down? Hell no, you wouldn't.
No.
Of course you wouldn't.
And I think I've even had this conversation with people in my stream before, and they were just like, if you were offered a life-changing sum of money to switch platforms, one, we would support it, and two, we would make an attempt to follow. Not everybody would follow, and I totally understand that, but they're like, if you had the amount of money given to you where you could cut down the amount you work, or, you know, buy yourself a house, like a huge house, or, you know, be able to do something huge with that amount of money, life-changing amount of money,
Yeah.
we would want you to do it and not just stay because of the platform.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, so that means one, I've cultivated the right audience, and two, they're understanding that like, even though I didn't start this for money and that's not why I continue it, I do have to think about that in some context because it is my job. And this is how I pay my bills.
You got paid bills. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep them lights on. Keep the
I
internet
do.
running. So
There's so many lights in this room I have to keep on.
So like at least 7, and they all gotta be
guys,
on.
my electricity bill has been really bad this month.
I have too many RGBs.
I've got 2
typical,
gamer.
everybody. I need to pay my electricity bill. Also, unrelated, but kind of related. Can we normalize streamers calling them tips and not donations?
Yes.
Oh my god, yes.
Absolutely.
They're not donations. I am not a registered 501c charity.
I feel that.
True.
They're tips.
Yeah.
Well, and that's
I would
like,
be very aggressive about that.
it gets so
I mean,
weird with that.
we agree.
Oh yeah, absolutely. People get so like cagey though, right? Because like they like feeling like it's like, oh yeah, it's a charity case. Let me donate to them. Let me help them out. But it's like, no, you're just paying me for that content I'm making you. Like,
Yeah, you're tipping me.
Yeah.
It's a tip jar. You enjoy what I'm doing, and you're like, you know what? I enjoy this a little bit extra today.
yeah,
I came from being a bartender where we had a tip jar. So I am very used to, it's like, hey, thanks for the tip. Appreciate it. But as soon as I hear people being like, oh, thanks for the dono, I'm like, are you a registered 501c charity? No, you're not.
Yeah.
Stop calling it a dono. People cannot get a tax receipt for this. Jesus Christ.
that's always, it's one of those things where it's like, because I had this issue a while ago because I was doing like charity stuff, but it was like, it wasn't through Tiltify. It was just like, you donate to me and then I donate to charity.
I did that one time.
Yeah, I'm not doing it again. 'Cause
No, don't do that
somebody
again.
came into my chat, or they like came into my DMs and they're like, how do I like write this off of my taxes? I was like, you don't. Like, sorry, I guess I write it off on my taxes, which feels a little shitty, and I'm not gonna do it because I feel bad about that now because I didn't think about it. But now I'm literally only ever using Tiltify. I'm like,
Yeah. I mean, okay, and by the way, heads up for folks who didn't know. You know when you go to the grocery store and they're at the till and they're like, "Would you like to round up to the next dollar for the children's hospital?" Say no. The reason they're doing that is because they take, 50 cents or $1 from every single person that does it. They put it into a giant fund and they donate it to the charity and get a massive, massive, massive tax write-off for a charitable donation from a corporation. If you want to donate money to a charity, I 100% agree with that. You take your dollar and you give it directly to the children's hospital.
Yeah.
Because all you're doing by rounding up to the next dollar, it might not seem like a lot, but you are helping corporations get massive tax breaks. Don't do it.
fuck that.
Please.
They already get enough
Please.
tax loopholes. We're done with that.
Exactly. Get your own tax break. You can claim it on your income as a charitable donation. Don't do it for big corporations. They are fine.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get guilt tripped into
The guilt trip
having
is
corporations
so
pay less
real.
taxes.
No, I raise a ton of money for charity every year, and like most months I do a charity stream, and I don't talk about it publicly, but I donate to charity on my own every single month too, because that's just something that I do. But it means that like when I go and they're like, "Do you want to round up to?" I'm like, "No, I raised $30,000 for that charity last month. I'm good, thanks."
I don't think my 50 cents are gonna make much change with that.
Yeah. But I mean, like, obviously I don't say that to them, but I think it really hard. And I'm like, I'm good.
Okay, so I just thought of this. Do you ever like, because you're like a pretty sizable streamer, do you ever get recognized like in the before times? Would you like go out and people would be like, "Are you Kate?"
Before times.
Not where I live.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not really in Vancouver, which is good because I don't want that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I have the perfect level right now, which is like, if I go to a convention, I get recognized.
Mm-hmm.
And people will come up and be like, "Oh my God, can I get a picture? Can you sign this thing? Or I love your streams," or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, great, love it. Little ego boost for the weekend at the convention. But if I'm just like out living my life in Vancouver and like no makeup and I look like a bag of shit at the grocery store, no one gives a fuck about me. And that's ideal. That's what I want.
I don't think it's possible for you to look like a bag of shit, but
Oh,
fair
you
play.
should have seen me right before we start recording. It was not a good scene. It was not a good scene.
Oh lordy. Well,
Well,
okay,
it was
that's
definitely
interesting.
not a good-
I've always been curious about that because like I know some people are like, "Ugh," and I was like,
Well, I mean, we asked Shroud about that,
Mhm.
and Shroud was like, he gets recognized basically every time he goes out, whether it's by the server at the restaurant or somebody at the grocery store or, whatever. But he enjoys it because he's got a chill group of people who are like, "Dude, love your streams."
Fair enough.
And I think if I lived in somewhere like LA, that might be a little more likely.
yeah.
But I think just here, I'm very lucky.
I have always thought about it because like who doesn't think about it, right? But like I think I would literally hate not being able to just like go out because like what I used to do when I was bored is I would drive up the road to Best Buy and just walk around and look at things. And I would hate if I was like just at Best Buy vibing and people like, oh, it's you. Oh, what's up, dude? And I'm like, I'm trying to look at a TV I'm never going to buy. Please shut up.
But maybe if you're that famous, then maybe you would be buying that TV.
That's true. That's
But
true.
I also think things just change if you get that famous.
Yeah. Life is
Like,
different.
I don't think I'll ever get to that point, which is fine because that's not why I'm in this.
Yeah.
If I do like fall into that, I think that's just something that comes with a period of adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, maybe I would hate it. Maybe I would enjoy it. I would most likely really hate it because I'm a very anxious person.
Mm-hmm.
But like at the same time, I think you would kind of evolve
Yeah.
because you would, if you're famous, you probably have more money. So you would move to a different area where people might not know you, or you live in a gated community where people wouldn't be able to know you, or you have people to go do things for you. I don't know how it works because I'm not anywhere near there, and I hope to never be.
Yeah.
But like, I think you just kind of get used to it and evolve and change your habits. And if it's consciously or subconsciously,
Yeah.
you just kind of go with the flow, I think.
Well, you never
Yeah,
know.
I'm
'cause-
assuming you just learn to appreciate it because
Yeah.
those are usually those people that recognize you are usually the people who enable your lifestyle. So it's like it'd be kind of a dickish move to be like, hey, fuck off.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But like, you know,
Pretty
so,
soon
yeah,
you'll
I guess
be completely recognizable in a Best Buy, though, at least in Canada.
At least in Canada. I will tell you, I was scrolling through Twitter last night
Mhm.
and I saw an ad, a promoted tweet, and it was me.
That's so cool.
It was me. And I was like, that's me in that ad for Best Buy. What's going on? And that
That's
was a very
amazing.
cool moment. I meant to screenshot it, but I totally forgot because I was in such a panic that I just didn't. But I was like, what am I doing I'm on a Twitter ad.
why am I on my own screen as an ad?
Yeah, I don't know if it was just like I got served the ad because I was in it, but it was definitely just like a promoted tweet on
What am I
Twitter.com.
advertising to myself today?
Wow.
Graphic design,
I'm
apparently.
into this graphic design product. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a very surreal moment, and I hope to have more of those sort of moments.
I definitely, I don't know. I'm still fairly new to your specific ecosystem. I feel like I've been in the Canada group of people for a while now. Like you and
My
Conrad
ecosystem
and
is
Guy, and
weird.
I feel like you've had like so many cool opportunities in the last few months. Like it's been like since COVID, basically. I feel like you've done all this cool shit. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I just started saying yes to a lot of things,
Mhm.
and then it just keeps happening. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna ride this out and see how long it goes for. But I don't know why it's happening. And the universe is obviously just like vibing with me right now, and I appreciate that. Thank you. And I'm hoping we can bless up. I'm hoping we can just keep that going, and maybe the universe wants to continue doing that and just understands that I appreciate it.
Okay.
And maybe I'll keep getting opportunities.
That'd be tight.
I'm terrified it's all going to go away because imposter syndrome is a very real thing.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
with anxiety and ADHD.
Gotta love
Yeah. Like I see my viewer numbers at the end of a stream. I'm like, oh, well, that's only because of this. Or like, it's only because I got rated. And then my mods will be like, but you didn't get rated. I'm like, oh. But tomorrow it's all going to go away. I'm going to go up on stream tomorrow and like, no one's going to show up. And then people keep showing up. And I'm like, why are you people showing up? And it's just like, I talk myself out of it,
Yeah.
which is, you know, great
Yeah.
for my mental health.
Yeah. Love it.
Super cool.
Brain,
One
the
thing
brain
that-
is your best friend.
Yeah.
Truly.
One thing that my therapist told me a long time ago about ADHD is that since we have problems with object permanence in general,
Oh,
like
God.
because of the way that we
We could talk
function,
about that all day.
yeah, our imposter syndrome is even stronger because we don't tend to connect the work that we do to our success. So it kind of doesn't, it sometimes just doesn't make sense in our brain of why people like us sometimes, because like we do things and then we forget that we did them. Like right after we're done, it's like out of mind, out of sight. It's just like, okay, gone. And then when we reap the benefits of that, we're like, where is this coming from? Why are people so accepting of me like
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
So yeah, I can very, very, very much relate to that recently with like all of the editing work that I've been doing. It's also like,
You've been
why
busy,
are people so like, hello? Good. I'm nobody. I'm just here.
I had
I'm
my
nobody.
editor reached out to me this morning, and he just messaged me to wish me a happy Halloween
Hell yeah.
and just said some nice things. And I
Oh my
was
God.
like, what does he want? Have I paid him?
He wants a raise.
Well, I'm just like, have I paid him? Did I forget his invoice? Why is he? And then it
What?
took me like 4 reasons why he'd be messaging me until I realized he's just sending me a nice message. And then I was like, that is so nice that somebody would think to send me a nice message to wish me a happy Halloween. Huh.
It is amazing.
Yeah, but like, and people do it, like, people are nice. People are nice every day. But my brain is like, you have done something wrong and they need you for something.
That's
Instead
They're
of just
buttering
being
you
like,
up for something.
yeah, instead of me being like, oh, what a kind thing that somebody did. And that's not any reflection of his character. He's wonderful.
yeah.
But it's more a reflection of my brain being like, you dumb bitch.
I feel like I have the opposite end of that, where it's like I like get so much anxiety reaching out to people because, one, I feel like I'm annoying, and two,
Same.
I'm like, I don't want you to think I'm like trying to use you for anything. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to hang out because you're cool, and I don't
Yeah.
know. Like,
Yep.
literally, the anxiety to ask you to come on to this podcast
Oh no.
when we were already like literally playing games.
friends.
I know. It just stresses me out. I'm like, oh god, like I would hate for like anybody to ever think like I'm like, yes, okay, so we're gonna get Kate on the podcast and that'll boost us up so we can.
I can't
Boost
boost
the
you at
stream.
all. I got nothing for you.
This is like the last thing I would ever want anybody to think,
No,
and it
I
stresses
just-
me out
I mean-
all the time.
We were talking about ADHD, and then I was like, "Oh, I know your podcast because I saw it on TikTok."
Hell yeah.
And then it was a natural fit, of course.
Yeah. I just
I'm happy to.
Yeah.
That was also so
Appreciate
interesting
you.
to hear that you found us on TikTok of all things.
I'm a big fan of the TikToks.
Hell yeah.
I spend
Yeah, we need to post more. I
I
keep forgetting
finally
to like
downloaded
we
it.
keep getting
actually.
really busy, and it's like, Jesus.
Here's the
We
thing.
we have a bunch of good clips from this episode we can post.
It's true. The
So-
beginning with Kate doing the
Yeah.
Matador.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Here's the thing with TikTok. Every social media platform to me is associated with work.
Mhm.
So Twitch, if I am not streaming, if I'm watching somebody on Twitch, I'm stressing out about what's happening in their chat. I'm stressing out about speaking too much. I'm stressing that people, kind of in the same vein as what Rahlyx said, is that they're going to think I'm just there because I want to promote my name in their chat, which is never the case. Or, ooh, their alerts are better than mine. Their overlay is nicer. So Twitch, I just can't watch Twitch when I'm not working. Unless it's like right after the fact and I'm like raiding or something.
Mhm.
Twitter is work. Instagram is work. I can't look at any of these platforms as enjoyment except TikTok. TikTok is a beautiful place where everything is great and I don't have to think about work. And it's perfect for ADHD because it's like bop, bop, bop,
Yeah,
bop.
very
bop.
very quick content. Yes.
Consumable, funny, or interesting, or whatever. And it's just perfect for the end of the day. I save my TikTok time until nighttime. So when my phone goes into what's called downtime and it shuts down all my apps for sleepy time, I'm allowed one shortcut to one app. And it's not texting or WhatsApp or my phone. No, it's TikTok.
Hell yeah.
And that is
Amazing.
how I wind down.
I've like
Nice.
fallen deep into DIY TikTok.
Oh,
Like,
Oh
bless.
my god.
Yes.
It's fantastic. Like I do like home DIY stuff.
Mm,
I follow this
mhm.
one guy. He does not speak English. I don't know what language he speaks, but he does the coolest DIY shit. He's like making like inlays on walls and stuff, and he has like a cool like sprayer for walls.
Yes.
And I'm like, I love this. I don't know what you're saying, but I'm learning about how you do this, and you put the spackle over the nails and you sand it down so it's flat and it's cool and it's what the fuck? I want to do that.
Have you
Could you
ever made it to bean TikTok or frog TikTok?
Frog TikTok, yes.
Yo, frog
my God.
grass TikTok?
Not grass TikTok,
Oh.
but the frog TikTok. The girl who had the swimming pool, the Scottish girl who had the swimming pool full of baby frogs. That was a trip. That was a wild trip.
What about, have you ever been on prison TikTok?
No.
Oh, I gotta get you
What?
on prison TikTok.
Yeah, please.
So
I'm sorry, what?
all these inmates have phones and they'll do TikToks. And so in their cells, and it's definitely not allowed. It's definitely super illegal. But it's the best because they all have millions of views.
All right.
And you'll see these inmates who are like big, like jack dudes with all these like prison tats and they're like, you know, their orange jumpsuits. And they'll be doing all the TikTok trends. So obviously they spend time on this app. And they'll like line up in their cell. There's like a trend where you like jump forward and do like a shimmy and clap and then jump off and the next person comes and does it. Seeing a bunch of like jacked inmates with prison tats, with like some of them have their shirts off, some of them are in their like orange jumpsuits doing like the jump, shimmy, clap, jump. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're in federal prison. This is amazing.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
having a good time.
They're fucking vibing. Prison TikTok slaps.
That sounds
It's great.
fantastic.
Vibes, dude, vibes.
Dude,
please
vibes.
send me some prison TikToks.
I'm gonna send you all the TikToks. There's so many good
Hell
ones.
yeah.
I was just gonna say now that Rahlyx is so excited about TikTok and we're having such a conversation. About 2 weeks ago, he didn't even want to touch it.
Rahlyx.
I've been very cagey about TikTok, right? If I used it in the browser. Like I was like, the app's gonna steal all my information.
They have your information
I
anyways.
know,
Google has
but-
everything about you. They know everything about you.
I know. I don't.
Especially
it made
you,
no
Android
sense.
user.
And I got past the point where I was like, I think a lot of the DMCA stuff made me think about it, but I got to a point where I was like, I feel like I should diversify where I'm posting my content. So I started making TikToks from clips and stuff, which I'm not very good at all.
Neither am I.
I always put the camera and it gets blocked out by the
Me too.
text and it's like, whatever, I don't care. But yeah, so I
It's
was
a
like,
formula.
all right, I'm
It's
just gonna do
a
it.
trigonometry assignment.
So I
to
have it.
make edit a TikTok video.
Yeah, right. So I have it on my iPad, and I use it there. That's it. But
Rahlyx, it's amazing. So I downloaded TikTok and I remember it was October 2019.
mhm.
And I remember the first songs that I heard because there are so many people that once quarantine started, they're like, they would post, because obviously in TikTok songs go in trends and waves and they'll get really huge and they'll die off.
Mhm.
But people have started posting TikToks now being like, do you remember this sound? And they'll play one of the
Yes.
songs from October 2019 when I signed up, when kind of the big influx of people started signing up.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, that is triggering a memory of just like a simpler time
But before
where everything was great. And it's like that Frank Ocean song Chanel remix is like the main one that I'm thinking of. And I'm like,
a girl.
yeah, exactly. And I'm like, oh, that just brings back cozy memories of not a
Yep.
pandemic and like last fall and nice times.
Yep.
And then remember whipped coffee?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think.
That was March.
Have we signed up to TikTok at about the same time? I think we did.
October
Because
2019 is when I signed up.
everything that you're saying right now is
Hits
speaking
home.
to me.
Yeah.
I'm just here. I'm
Maybe
absorbing.
I'm gonna make some whipped coffee today.
Do it.
You ever
God.
baked whipped coffee, Rahlyx?
I haven't, but my brother has.
It's actually decent.
Yeah.
Dalgona coffee, it's called.
Dalgona.
It's amazing.
That sounds like a retirement community in Florida.
Okay, ADHD moment. There is a retirement community in Florida run by Jimmy Buffett and the Margaritaville Corporation. It's
Ooh.
called Changes in Latitude.
Oh my god.
And it is a retirement community specifically for Jimmy Buffett fans.
Oh my God.
And if there's one restaurant I love most in this world, it's Margaritaville.
Oh, come to Nashville. We got
Yo,
that right
when
on
I
the
was
strip.
if I am in a city that has a Margaritaville and I'm hosting a meetup,
Mhm.
I do it in a Margaritaville. PAX South is my favorite because there's a Margaritaville a 2-minute walk from the convention.
That's true. Oh god, I love Pac South. Oh,
It's really good.
it is. I think I like it more than. Well, I liked it more than East. I went in 2018. I think that was the last time I went. Maybe it was 2019. I was disappointed because it felt more like a merch convention than
East?
No, South.
Oh, so.
East also, but like the last South I went to was like really heavy on merch, and there was like it was Devolver, and that was like the one dev that was there, and I was like,
Yeah. I West is my favorite and will always be my favorite because that's my home PAX and it's the closest and I can drive there.
yeah, fair enough.
But like Australia was really fun. It's right on the water.
Ooh.
It's beautiful. It's right on the water and there's like a river that goes through the center of Melbourne and there's a casino across the street. So when you're done at the convention, you just go and like drink really expensive beer and gamble.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
Amazing.
Australia is probably one of my favorite. The Australian fans are so nice because no one ever goes to visit them. So when you get there, they're like the people ever because they want you to come back.
They're like, please don't leave us.
God, PAX Oz was just the best. I was supposed to be there like now, actually, but maybe next year.
Hell
COVID
yeah.
times.
I want to start going to more PAXs because I used to go to East with my old roommate and his family because they go every year. And then I was supposed to go in 2018 and I couldn't make it because I had to work. And I just haven't been back. And it seems that was like right when they changed it from 3 days to 4 days. And now I'm like stressed.
4 days is too much.
Yeah.
It's too many days.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm like 3 days is a lot, but like usually by Sunday, I'm like, I'll go in the morning, but I've seen everything. I'm good.
I mean, I see everything day one. I'm very lucky that I get let in like an hour or two before the convention starts. So what I do is I go through, do the show floor, get the things that I need, buy the merch that I need. And then it's not so much seeing things. It's just like I need to fulfill my commitments for the rest of the weekend. So it's like I need to be on this panel. I need to have this meeting. I need to do this. But I don't really need to be in the convention center at all beyond the first 2 hours of day one.
That's pretty sweet.
And I'm just like, I don't want to be here. It's just too many people.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I feel that. But yeah, I do. I enjoy PAXs. It's been. I need to return. It's been too long.
Come to PAX West. Come hang out with us.
I'll
take you to DTF for dumplings.
Yes.
Hot soupy dumps in your mouth.
Hell yeah. Give me those dumps.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hate it saying
I love
that.
dumplings so much as a food.
You're so good.
This is how I feel right now.
Oh, I was like, what's going on there? I don't like that.
It's
Something happened.
Keylight integration with the Stream Deck.
I do need to do that actually now that I have one.
Dude,
so.
I fucking love them. Sorry, I'm pivoting. I got these from an Amazon reseller who sold them to me for like $40 a piece.
Oh yeah.
And I love them.
Oh god.
This one right here with the deals and stuff is just, oh my god, too much.
I live for deals, all right? I follow all the like deal websites and shit. The camera we're filming this on, Scarfee is filming his on the same one. Got for $100 on Prime Day. It's the Sony A6000. There was a pricing error.
Normally
you got
600.
one of those. I saw those. I saw people getting those.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I got one of those. I also got one and sent one to Jason because he needed a new camera. But they also, God, I missed it. They had tons of like, like the $2,300 16 mil Zeiss Sony lens.
Yeah.
That was also $99 and I didn't see that. I missed it.
I saw someone who got all of them.
Yeah.
Like his shopping cart was just like,
Insanity.
and it would have, I think and this was a Canadian friend too, but I think he actually managed to add all of it up retail. And he's like, this is like $25,000 worth of kit. And he's like, I paid $1,500.
Sounds about right.
And he's a professional filmmaker. And he was just like, I'm hyped.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, no shit. I'd be hyped too.
That is amazing.
Oh, I
imagine a lot of people bought them and resold them for the full price.
Oh yeah.
Later.
I would hope so. I mean, I would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
literally
like
just smart money making.
Like a 80% margin?
Something
Yeah.
with the yeah. With some of those lenses though, that's like crazy margin. Like
Yeah, that's insane.
Cuz like, well yeah, let me sell this $3,000 lens that I bought for $100. Cool.
Why not?
Fuck it.
Yeah, I 100% would do that.
Yeah, flip it and then buy more shit. Like, or just flip it and put that money in your
And put
bank
the money
account.
in the bank.
Yeah.
Directly in my
Christ.
bank account.
Oh, bless. Okay. Well, we're like at an hour 15-ish. We usually keep it around an hour. I don't want to take up more of your time because I know you got a stream coming up like in
I do.
8 minutes. So
And I haven't eaten breakfast or made coffee, so.
oh God, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault. I was having a good time chatting.
Fair enough.
We
Yeah,
didn't
we
really
had a
talk
really
about
good time.
ADHD much, but like,
Really enjoyed
Well,
it.
see, that's
cool.
kind of like the
whole
part of the
podcast.
podcast is we just kind of go.
Yeah, we just have a good time.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
I'll come back. We'll talk again another time.
What,
Hell
what
yeah,
was that
dude.
name that we
Always
suggested?
welcome
3
back.
lads having a band.
3 lads having a band. That's
Three
the
lads
title.
having a band.
Yeah.
6 feet apart because
Six-
we're.
Because we're having a band.
I mean, I'm gay. I don't know about you two.
I'm half gay, so.
I'm not, but I feel like
Okay,
we have
so
the
we-
whole gambit
Oh
covered.
my God, we have all the representation here.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
All
Nice.
the parts of the pie chart, Venn diagram,
Spectrum.
the spectrum.
Yeah. One of
Bar
those.
Whatever it
graph.
is.
It's a bar
Some
graph.
kind of geometrical shape.
It's
whatever
a line
shape,
graph.
whatever shape it is, we got it covered.
Amazing.
bless. Okay, so we have like this tradition to end the podcast.
Love it.
Which I guess do you want to plug whatever do you want to plug
Sure.
you and then we'll do
If
this?
people have made it through 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 19 seconds of this, my name is Kate. You can find me on theinternet.com, twitch.tv/Kate, Twitter, Rahlyx, are you okay?
Rahlyx is dead.
You just got me.
Twitch.tv/Kate,
Yep.
Twitter.com/Kate Stark, Instagram.com/Kate Stark TV. Just the main two are the important ones.
Hell
And I'm very online, so
Do you
you
have
can
any,
find me.
do you have any other projects that people need to check out? Maybe.
Um,
All right.
I have a planner and I plan things like 2 to 3 months in advance. And there's a lot of things in here that I would love to tell you about, but I cannot.
Well, people can get excited about it.
Exactly.
They can.
Yeah.
One of the things
Yes.
might be that I'm starting a podcast soon.
Ooh.
Oh,
Talk about that.
Ooh. I can't really talk about
That's right. Never mind. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I can't really talk about anything.
Yeah. true.
But it's coming, and so if you want more information about that, you can find me on Twitch and Twitter, and then I can tell you about
Yep.
it there.
Hell
so
yeah.
you heard Kate. Go check her out, and she'll tell you about all of that. Oh my God.
Bark.
when it's ready.
Yes.
And you can get excited meanwhile. So
Hell yeah.
there's
So
that.
so to wrap up, we have a tradition.
I love it.
put
I
the
love it
link
already.
in.
I know what it is.
Yeah. So it's Inspirabot. It's just AI generated inspirational things.
Shall
You
I
sh-
generate?
Yeah, generate
Yes.
one until you find one that you like. Some of them get really dark. So
I like mine.
I
Go
already
for it.
have one too.
Mine's
Okay, go for it.
beautiful. Do you want to know what the picture is?
yeah, so
Yes.
give like a description.
Okay,
General
so it's
description.
it's a black and white photo of a bridge, side view. So bottom is water, top is the bridge. There is a single person on the bridge, and they are a cyclist. They're centered right in the middle of this bridge, and it says, "With great rhythm comes great spending."
Amazing.
That's
Applies to ADHD very much.
Yeah.
Right? Oh my god.
Okay, no, I have one more. I have one more.
Okay,
I have
go
one
for
more.
it.
Okay.
We're
Go
in
for
a,
it.
We're in a sunny field, and it's golden hour. The sun is going down, and you are behind a man who is taking a drink out of a bottle of beer, and the sun is shining through the brown amber beer bottle through the glass. And in a fuck ugly font, it says, "In insanity brings flatulence."
There you go.
It's, you know what? I just felt that one really hard.
I love it.
Nice. Amazing. Love.
Please
love
grab
that.
screenshots of those.
Oh,
We'll put 'em in.
I've.
You can scroll
yeah, if
down
you scroll
and it
down,
shows you the
it'll
ones
show
that
you
you
the ones you've
generated.
done.
Oh,
so you can
blessed.
save
Okay,
them.
then I will.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, I have one. So it's just a picture of close up of a hand, and some pills in that hand, and it's just like a bunch of pills, and the text says, "Being a reasonable individual can often be like getting your nipples pierced."
What? Right. That works. Oh
You
my
know?
God.
I mean, if you are a reasonable individual, you can get your nipples pierced. That's your choice.
You do
Yeah,
what's
I
in your
mean-
heart.
Yeah,
You can do whatever you want with your body.
Damn. All right.
That's your advice from Spiritbot for
What
today.
you got, Rahlyx?
This was a little toxic, I feel like, but it's kind of funny. It's like a drone shot of cloudy mountains that kind of go into a fog, and there's like clouds going, like mountains poking through clouds and shit. And it says, in order to find true love, there is but one possibility: be ugly. And I feel like that's really toxic.
Oh no!
I love it though.
Oh god. You gotta love in Spiritbot. It just makes the most ridiculous shit.
I love
And on
it.
that note,
And on
Perfect
that
way to
note-
end.
Yeah, right.
perfect way to end this podcast.
Thank
Yeah,
everybody so much for watching. Kate, thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us for
Thank
a
you
while.
for having me.
Sorry we're making you late to
Love
stream.
you.
Yeah, I forgot I have to get into costume too because it's Halloween.
Ooh, I'm
And then I have to
excited.
redecorate my office because I took all of it down.
God, I'm so sorry.
It's
Oh,
it's
God.
not your fault. I did that for me.
And on that
It's
note,
Oh,
thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you so
and
much.
Yeah, thank you.
See you guys next time.
Yeah, have a
Bye.
good weekend. Bye.
Bye.